Boom! Letting the tire roll. We in here tonight, baby. Thursday night, going hard in the paint. It's your boy JT here, the host of the show. We got my man Daniel Pettey and Herb with us like always. How we doing tonight, fellas? How we doing tonight?
March Madness, man. It is upon us.
It is here, baby, and it's getting good, Herb. All right, we ain't played yet, so take a deep breath, okay?
I'm trying. Well, look, so the games this morning were all terrible, so there hasn't been too many deep breaths yet, but SEC
Clemson almost made an exciting one, but
right? But they started off so badly. That was so.
They scored 13 points in the first half. I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah,
no, as the higher seed.
Fun fact, the 13 points in the first half by Clemson is a new NCAA tournament record for the lowest points scored in a half. The one before that was 19 by Michigan in 2019.
I don't even
Fun fact of the day, guys.
Say in 1919 when they actually used like each baskets.
Good God. It was like half a point.
13 is just at some point I would just leave all my guys on offense when the other team scored, toss it down.
At some point, you just gotta get lucky and make one. You're a college basketball player.
Another to add on to it, not to beat a man when they're down here or a team when they're down, but they were favored by 7.5 points too. Not to make it any better. Yeah. So
Georgia looked like they were going to try to.
Points.
Yeah. Georgia looked like they were going to try outdo them for a while. So.
Yeah. 27-3. I was like, hey, do y'all know it's not football season? I can't kick field goals.
Georgia, kick field goal. Go for the touchdown.
I mean, oh my
God. Guys, thank y'all for joining us tonight, everybody. We got a great show for you guys. Mia, a beautiful wife in the chat. See ya. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel, guys. The Tide's rolling. We play tomorrow. Before we get into all that, Herb, what do the beautiful people need to have in the support for the Alabama Crimson Tide?
You already know. Hit up my boys at Whitwell Sports. Go grab your title towel. Hey, this is the exact towel that I used to wrap Grant Nelson's knee to try to help him get back in the game. That I took it back from him. So this is hey, I'll have it on full display tomorrow. I got to work tonight. It's going with me. You already know. Head on the road. Hit up my guys. Use the code STANDARD to get your discount. Get your title towel today, man. Check it out.
All right, and make sure you check out Whitwell Sports today, guys, right there at the bottom, link at the bottom. Make sure you check them out after the show. And just in case you have a summer project to spoil today's first day of spring, if you have a spring project you're trying to build and you need some beautiful natural stone in or around your home, either way, because it can be either one, Pettey's about to let you guys know where you need to lock into. And where's that at, Pettey?
It is limestone, located in Aniana, Alabama. And I say that first because if you happen to catch American Idol, I was thinking about my boy JT the other day. There's a kid on American Idol from Aniana, and Luke Brown was like, one Iana.
That was me.
I was like, dude, This is great. First of all, if you're watching American Idol, go vote for that kid. I didn't know the kid, but his wife spent the night at my house when she was a little girl because she was friends with my daughter. They played volleyball together. They are a great story. So if you're one of those American Idol people, go vote on them. But back to Aniana and Limestone. If you are building that dream home, if you need that beautiful natural stone for your home, go to Limestone, located in Aniana, Alabama, one of the oldest, most trusted sources in the state. Tell them we sent you by using the promo code the Bama Standard to receive 10% off your purchase of stone. And let's get going, man. It is March Madness. Go to realrockstone.com today. Give Limestone some love, and let's get hard in the paint with some March Madness.
realrockstone.com. Check them out right after the show, of course, guys. Daniel Pettey, way to lay that out right there. And yeah, I was one of the ones that butchered that the first couple shows.
But you should feel good. Luke Bryan did it on national TV as the host of American Idol.
Made me feel so much better. I didn't know that part, but I'm glad you told me that, Pettey, because that does make me feel better. But in all fairness, I even showed my wife, she was like, it does look like it's pronounced that, but I can see it being pronounced that.
Oh, yeah.
So, so I get it. But to kick off the show tonight, guys, we got Alabama versus Robert Morris, one guy, just one guy, Robert
Yes,
Morris.
one
the
dude.
Guy.
Like that time when
this
Colin
game.
Sexton played all of Minnesota by himself.
And almost
Literally.
won. So,
Yeah, and almost
won the game. I remember that. But Robert Morris, guys, and it's kind of a breakdown here, but also a breakdown kind of the tournament too, guys, because there's a lot to look at. Not trying to look ahead either, because obviously we got to play this game tomorrow at lunch. And I know some people may ask about the SEC tournament, and just to touch that real quick, you know, kind of bumped out. It is what it is. We're not even going to spend too much time talking about that. We're in the middle of March Madness right now, kicking it off, not in the middle, but kicking it off. And we're going to focus a lot on this tournament right here because that's what it all boils down to. All the marbles, everything comes down to this right here. All chips in. You do what you got to do to win here. Bottom line, number 7, Alabama and Robert Morris square off in the NCAA Tournament first round. The Crimson Tide are 14-6 against the SEC opponents, 11-2 in non-conference play. Alabama leads the SEC in rebounding, averaging 39.4 boards. Grant Nelson paces the Crimson Tide with 7.7. That's why I think a big thing was us getting bounced out the SEC tournament too. When you don't have Nelson, the guy, one of your best leading scorers, leading rebounders, and now he's not there. You got new guys and new roles trying to figure it out on the fly against a Final Four team possibly. Okay, a lot of things there. I wouldn't be too discouraged there. So to look at this, Alabama makes 48.3% of the shots from the field this season, which is 4.6%. It's 4% percentage higher than Robert Morris. I'm so tongue twisted. Sorry. Robert Morris has shot 45.1. So they're not bad either, guys. So they can shoot the ball. Obviously, different competition, but still they can shoot the ball. And shooting the ball, you can shoot the ball on anybody, man. No matter what kind of jersey, who it is with the jersey on. Shoot the ball, okay? We got to play defense here. We're going to kick this off tonight, Pettey. How are you feeling about this matchup? I kind of laid out some of the fine points there. How are you feeling about Alabama going up against Robert Morris tomorrow lunchtime?
Man, you know, like you called them, the Colonials, the one guy, they did have a guy kind of make, you know, comment, and look, what else are you going to say? It's tournament time. You got to have a little bit of bravado. He said, I hope we can make Bama miss Nelson if he doesn't play. I guess that's the big key. What's Nelson's health? Because, you know, depth has been something we've talked about all year. Boom.
Boom.
We got the star.
Oh man!
Balls in the network, guys.
You guys have had the star,
and Raj in the house.
Or I'm in the building.
Go ahead, Raj.
Thank y'all for having me, but y'all have had the star on the show. He's right there. It's my brother.
No, Raj, man. Now listen.
That's the only nice thing I'm gonna say about him.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's for the whole month right there, right? It's the 20th, and that's the first one, buddy, and the last one.
As soon as they get off this show, Herb's gonna be on the phone. Yo, man, you remember you said? Can you say that again? So I can hear it again. It just felt real good, and I want to hear it again. That's funny there. But Raj, thank you for joining us tonight, man. We're in the middle of breaking down the Alabama versus Robert Morris. It's one guy, Robert Morris. That's the guy we're playing. Just one dude. But Robert Morris, he's the Colonial. He's cloned himself. But we were breaking down kind of what's going on right now. Talking about, you know, the Grant and Pettey was talking about the Grant Nelson thing. I'm gonna kind of let Pettey kind of take back there, and then when I'll pass back to you in a minute. But Pettey, go ahead about where's Grant Nelson's status? That's kind of the big question. Do we need him? Do we not?
Yeah, and I don't think we do to win this one. And I think we're going to see it outside of the SEC teams that limped in. You know, I think the national media is salivating, waiting for every SEC loss to see. We told you didn't need 14 when that's horse shit. Resumes are resumes. It doesn't matter what happens now. But teams are limping in. Georgia got popped today, whatever. But I don't think that's going to be a problem I think after the grind of the last couple of weeks, this team is going to be almost like a practice game. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. I know you're not supposed to say that in the dance. I know that's blasphemy, yada, yada, yada. But we show up, play the ball we're supposed to. We're going to take care of this team. So, yeah, to me, the question is, how does Nelson look? How healthy is he? Is he healthy enough to go full? Do we limit his minutes? Do we do just enough to win this game? I know you don't say that in the dance, but look, man, our aspirations are 6 wins, not just this one. We don't win this one, you know.
Kyle, I did, Kyle. I was talking about their mascot or their name or whatever about made a joke about Robert Morris. Go ahead.
That's my biggest intrigue in this one is because I mean I'm looking for Bama to take a run to the final weekend and have the ability to do that. So my intrigue tomorrow, man, is all about Nelson and where he's at, because to make that run, that guy's got to be, what he was last year and what he's been down the stretch.
And seeing some of that dunk he had the other day on Florida, like that was the aggressive Nelson we need. What's that, Raj?
Just quick question. So would Nelson be good to go Sunday if we needed him? I don't think we will Sunday either, but I mean, what is it, just day-to-day right now?
So I think, yes, day-to-day is what's announced right now. They're saying it will be probably a game-time decision is what we're looking at now, because we're the night before the game and nothing's broke. So unless wee hours of the morning, there's no reason to release it then, so it's definitely going to be a game-time thing. I think that, either way it goes here, Nate knows what he's doing. I don't think he'll play him too much if he does. I think Pettey was on the head there with the limit the minutes, especially keep his legs loose. You don't want to get him stiff in the middle of the tournament either, and him start trying to get in a groove when, like it's hard to, get that in shape type stuff, man. But, it's one of those things. Nate knows what he's doing. He knows the players too. So I trust the coach in this process here. And I think that, if he comes out there, then that means he's ready to play. I saw his knees in that video, and I'm telling you right now, the knee is fine, okay? That was a whole little hoax because Nate could lose the tournament, and he could be like – and Nate could be like, look, he was hurt, or one of our best guys was hurt. My bad, guys. He didn't want to win that tournament and make Bama get the big head and us get bopped round one. Now, I know it. I talked to Nate. I called him. He's
been drinking the Mountain Dew Code Red tonight. Yes. You can tell.
He's going to Code Red
level tonight, buddy. I saw the knee. It looked fine.
Sweetie, I can't do the regular. I'm gonna need the Code Red.
I need the Code Red. We in the tournament, baby. March Madness, me, baby.
Hey, you can tell which one of y'all is fathers when you said I looked at his knee. It was fine. That's a father statement. Right? And all of y'all are shaking your head like, yep.
Yeah.
I saw the knee. We're good, okay? We're good. I saw the knee. There was no inflammatory. There was nothing wrong. Okay, we're good. And, hey, it's torn ACL. Run straight. No cuts, Nelson. Go straight, son. We cutting up tonight. But
oh, Lord.
We're going to let Raj go ahead and go with us tonight and kick us off. We got Alabama versus Robert Morris. Right before you got on, I talked about the bottom line. And number 7, Alabama squares off with them in round 1. We know the Alabama's record. We know our non-conference record is really good, 11-2. I talked about Bama is a monster board machine in the SEC, averaging the most right now at 39.4 boards. And Grant Nelson was acquired of 7.7 a game of that, which is huge. Yeah. And that could be a piece we mix. So how do you feel about this game tomorrow lunch? We got the Nelson kind of thing going on, but how do you feel the rest of the team is going to be for this game?
I mean, for this game specifically, and to Pettey's point, I really don't think we'll need Nelson at all. I think the risk is greater than the reward by putting him on the court and just even trying. If he goes out there and he plays a few minutes and it's sore, then that means he's not going to play Sunday, and that can fall into next week. So I don't think we'll need him. Just let him sit. You're going to have to talk to guys, or really don't have to talk to them, but guys like Cliff and Diabate and even put Stevenson down there. Let him do some dirty work. Let him get some boards. If we continue to play the same type of basketball we've been playing the past several weeks, minus the Florida game, minus that Florida game, we'll just forget about that. But if we continue to play that same type of basketball, I think we should be just fine. I just don't want us going into this game underestimating anybody. I understand it's Robert Morris. I understand it's the Colonials, and that's pretty much my knowledge of that team right now. But
and that's
can't underestimate them because they have nothing to lose. I mean, if they lose a game tomorrow, it's not like their coach is going to lose their job or anything. If we lose a game tomorrow, if we happen to lose, then that's it. The season's an absolute disaster. So don't underestimate them. Play good defense. Let's get off to a good start. I think we should be all right.
So to hit base on that little bit knowledge on Robert Morris right here, they're 18-5. Robert Morris averages 79 points a game and outscores their opponent by 6.5 points per game. So that is something to look at. Obviously, different competition, but that lets me know they're dominating their competition pretty well too. Especially if you're averaging that, beating your opponents. That's counting when they lose too. So like those averages can fluctuate there. That's really good to look at. I think Raj had a great point. You don't want his knee to be banged to where he's sore, and then we win tonight, or we win tomorrow, we win Sunday, and then we're playing Wisconsin or somebody that's actually good. We're gonna need Nelson then. We're playing against Blackton. Taggy, I think that's how you say his last name. He's really good too for Wisconsin. So those are guys too, and I think Wisconsin's set up to make a good run, and we could see them. That's why I'm bringing them up. I think that's somebody we're possibly going to see if we win and get going. That's going to be one of our big tests. But Herb, right here, Alabama versus Robert Morris. Break it down for me. What's your thoughts? Do you feel that Philon's going to score 13.5 points, high or low? I mean, just let me know.
That's a very, very specific number.
I mean, I'm just wondering.
Very specifically high number.
Yeah. I'm just wondering. And if he does points, rebounds, and assists, will it be 20?
I stick more on his points. I mean, I guess points and rebounds for Philon. So I would say yes. So he'll sprinkle in a couple assists. I think this is one of those games. You're going to put the ball more in his hand than Sears' hand, and you're going to tell him go to the hole. Okay, this team is 133rd in the nation in defensive efficiency, and they're non-conference when they play teams like West Virginia put 87 on them. Ohio put they were good in their conference. I don't think they've lost since February. But outside of that, I think Raj even said it there. This is a game where if you didn't have Sears or Nelson, I would still expect us to win. And that's no disrespect to him, but as a 2 seed, the talent gap is supposed to be that big. Some other guys just need to eat. I think bringing up Stevenson, that's an excellent point. This is a game for him to get off. But you just come out aggressive, okay? And I feel like Nate Oates is a great coach. And the last thing that we had was the disappointment of losing to Florida, the way we lost to him, the second half getting run off the court. I think they come out focused. And Oates also has a history of not letting up the gas on us. So I think he is aiming to be up 30 by halftime. I think that's just his mentality. I think the team will take that into as well. I don't want to see Grant Nelson in this game for sure. I agree with that point, but I do want us to run them off the court. And I feel like if we're aggressive, we'll do that.
I want to see this in the national title game right here this year. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. Okay. That's what I want to see in that title game. And Pettey, real quick, is Bama baseball still playing Tennessee right now?
We don't get there without him, though. So that's why we need him later.
Right. I agree.
Yep, Bama is up currently 6-3 in the bottom of the fourth on Tennessee.
Ooh, number 1.
And Bama's number 12, by the way.
That'd be.
I'm glad you said
top
that.
5 for us after that.
Where are we currently ranked? So number 12.
12. And I've got into Bama. I said this earlier. I've just recently gotten into Bama baseball. Not gonna lie here. But Justin LeBron has been a guy that put me on.
Raj likes anybody named LeBron. So
that last name will take you places, man.
He's unless it's Jordan prospect in the Major League Draft.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually going to replace Bronny as LeBron's favorite son, Raj. So,
I mean, that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Enough love to go around.
So, Herb, real quick. I see a lumen in the back of Raj's right shoulder. Let the beautiful people know what they need to have, whether they're watching us in Cleveland, whether they're watching us in Trussville, Alabama. I don't know, wherever
That's right
you
around
are.
the corner from me, actually. So there you go.
I just thought that name literally, I don't know why Trussville came up. It literally just came up.
Literally like right down the street from here. But you got to have your title towel. You got to have them before tomorrow. So figure it out, especially on the UA campus. You can go grab you one. Always support your team. Support my guys at Whitwheel Sports. Go check them out. Code Standard. Tell them Rod sent you. I mean, they might charge you double, but you can still say
Wow. Hey, and while you're there, there should be like a little question. Ask them, do you think Grant Nelson's going to have 6.5 boards over under? So we can just and come back and comment the answer. If
can you tell which website certain of us are on? And
just wondering.
JT, I know you're from LA. Lower Alabama. You know where Trussville's close to?
No.
That'd be Aniana.
That'd be Aniana, baby.
When people from Aniana go to the big city, they go to Trussville.
They go to Trussville. Okay. All right.
Is there a nickname for Aniana?
No, Aniana.
I think there is.
Okay.
Other than the covered bridge.
Did you call it Anna?
The big O? I don't know.
Big O, Anna. Hey, we're going to
There
Anna.
is. I got to look it up. I
Okay.
get in trouble
Okay.
right now. I'll
Fun
figure it
fact,
out while y'all
come
talk
back for the
basketball.
next show, not for Alabama facts, but come back for life lessons about Anion, Alabama. But guys, we're gonna kick off with our next topic real quick. This one won't take too much long, but I think it's something to look at. I spoke about it just a minute ago,
Tin
real
City?
quick. Potential 10 City. That's the nickname. 10 City.
TIN 10 City.
I thought you said something with like another T, and I was like, oh, okay.
So you were, he was already
a little wild there.
Hey, pack up the Mountain Dew. We're hitting the road.
A little wild.
Oh Lord.
So, potential trouble for Alabama in this tournament right here in our bracket. Is there some trouble? I've kind of mentioned it a minute ago. I think the trouble we will see. Obviously, you don't overlook nobody. I'm talking about you look at it on paper. Yeah, we should beat Morris. We should beat Vanderbilt, St. Mary's. Okay. All right. Now I get you can't run all the games on paper, but I'm going to go that in my head right here, and then we're going to say we get up to Wisconsin. That's where I think our biggest problem. Obviously, they got to win too, and I think they will.
Yeah.
Wisconsin going to be of our biggest problems. I've recently watched them play a lot. Not that I bet or anything, and I know, a couple of the guys, like, they might be averaging 16.5 points a game, but
These numbers
for real,
are so
though.
specific.
I mean, who knows? I don't know. But no, Blackman's really good for him as a guard. Taggy is really good for them too as a guard as well. They got a couple guys down low. I think that could be one of our big problems that could challenge us. And that's where we will need Nelson 1,000% if we place a team like Wisconsin. Even running it up and say we was to somehow get into the seeing even Oregon, they have some guys that can bang too. There's a couple different teams that we can see that'll shape us there. Pettey, I'll let you kick us off right here, man. How do you feel about it? And what's your thoughts on the bracket we're in? Do we have any potential trouble? How we feeling?
Well, I mean, I've been the one saying, hey, we get to March and now we're out of the SEC grind and we may be the first team to play an SEC team. I think Vanderbilt very well could take upset St. Mary's. So we could be facing Vandy come Sunday. Wisconsin looked good. BYU's played. They've gotten better throughout. Yeah. They're the one that, but again, I hate to be this way, but when they played, we go back to non-conference schedule when the SEC played everybody. Guess what? Ole Miss played BYU and beat them up in a tournament. Ole Miss isn't the team Bama is. So, but BYU did get better through the year. They are a dangerous team. You can't look at something 2 months ago. But, and again, Wisconsin looked pretty dangerous today. They're always a team come tournament time. I don't care. It's like Creighton. It's like Gonzaga.
Oh, yeah.
They come tournament time. It's like these teams somehow just know how to play. They turn it to a different level. So,
yeah, it's like they were practicing before. Like,
but, man, I'll be honest. If Bama plays their brand of basketball, if we can get Nelson healthy, Duke's the biggest landmine, but look, Cooper Flagg, what's his health right now? And without Cooper Flagg, Duke getting even close to the same team and a healthy Bama team, you got to like their odds at that point to be their bracket to lose. So, I mean, look, but there's landmines out of the gate where it's March. You can't take any of them, even though I clowned a little bit on Robert Morris. Got to take them all serious. Auburn showed up today. And for a few minutes, we're in a fist fight with Alabama State until, everybody's like, until they decided, oh, shit, we got to play. You can't just show up. You got to play. Yeah. So you got to play even against the Robert Morrises. But look, man, this team, they've proven it. They're good. But again, hey, it starts. But I think it starts with Vanderbilt. It could be St. Mary's, but I'm calling the Vanderbilt upset. I'm SEC heavy in a lot of these games. But
I'm with you. I'm SEC biased.
That's a long-winded of it's March. Everybody can do it, but man, I love this team. I think it's set up for us to make another good run, guys.
I'm right there with you, Pettey, and I'm 100% agreeance with you too. I think Vandy can get St. Mary. I would not be surprised at all with that. Herb, how are you feeling right here? Any potential troublemakers for Alabama? And at the BYU, to touch on that, their offense is is
that was
good.
going to be my
VCU's defense is as well. And now they play. I think don't they play first?
Who BYU? They already beat VCU.
And VC.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what it was.
They beat them earlier today. Yep. Okay. I'm actually going to do my brother a favor one time ever. I'm gonna let him go next because I know how it sucks to have to go last sometimes. So
okay.
As our guest, Raj.
All right, go ahead, Raj.
I appreciate that.
Look at the brotherly love, baby.
I know.
Hey, one time we're only doing this because this guest. Like as soon as we get off there, it's over.
I mean, I think a team like Wisconsin, who I have us on one of my brackets, I'm sorry, I picked us playing Wisconsin in the Sweet 16. I think they got some big bodies that can kind of give us some trouble down low. Of course, this goes back to Grant Nelson and his health. If he's fully ready to go, which we'll need him, I think we'll be all right with Wisconsin. BYU, I have them losing to Wisconsin. I would be concerned about them in their three-point shooting. They're a really, really good team there. When it comes to the top part of the bracket, I'm still indifferent about Duke. I understand they're the number one seed. I get Cooper Flag, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we already shared the sentiment too. We just don't know about his health. I don't know how his ankle is going to be. I don't think he would play tomorrow. We'll see the next game. But I have them playing Mississippi State in the second round. That could be a good game. That could be a nice tough game. Yeah. Mississippi State is going to give them a run for their money. Then I have Oregon and Arizona. We played Oregon earlier this year. It's a game that I really think we should have won. We kind of lost it at like the last minute of the game. I'm not too worried about Arizona. I know Jaden Bradley's out there in Arizona. It'd be nice to give him some fire if we got that far. But I'm more focused on the Wisconsin game right now. I think that's going to be a tough one. But I think we'll slip back.
I agree 100%. And I think the Wisconsin's the toughest. I think that's the one to look at. It's the closest too. And I mean, obviously Robert Morris tomorrow and then Vanderbilt or Mary on Sunday. That is something to look at. Herb, how are you feeling about potential troublemakers for Alabama in this bracket that we're in right now?
It's interesting that on Twitter, the St. Mary's folks were already talking trash as soon as the bracket came out. Oh, you guys aren't ready for our brand of basketball. We're going to slow you down and everything. I'm like, y'all haven't even got to this game yet.
Yeah.
And I
didn't play Vanderbilt yet.
Yeah, that's what I was. I don't know how these threads popped up. I'm thinking, okay, something has happened to make you guys think. But that would be one of those games like if you didn't have Grant Nelson, I don't fear them. People who try to slow it down a lot just don't survive against us for long. You see even the better defensive teams in the SEC are some of the better offensive teams. You got to put up points against us. So, Pettey, you loving this? How this?
It's like people don't watch basketball. Hey, St. Mary's, guess what? Tennessee plays a brand of slow it down basketball, and they're damn better than you at it. They're a 2 seed, and you know who they lost to this year? Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
that's about to play you.
Yeah,
might want to get through round 1, homeboys.
Yeah.
And you better watch, man. Them dudes are real smart at Vanderbilt too. They've got it down to a geographic science to how to shoot that ball. Son.
That's the beauty of the SEC. In a lot of like football, you almost get branded like you're a defensive league or you're an offensive league. There's literally as good as the SEC is, there's also every style of basketball in the SEC.
Yep.
So it wasn't like these teams didn't get tested in ways where, oh, damn, we're playing Houston and they play a physical brand. No, Tennessee, Ole Miss, all those schools do that same thing. Oh, damn, now we're playing high flyers that can shoot it and light it up. Well, guess what? Bama, Arkansas, all those, Kentucky, those schools light it up. What about the pick and roll, the defensive game with big long guards? Auburn, Florida, they all got it. It's just man, I don't think like all these people can run their mouth. They think the SEC got in. No, man, it's about to be an awakening. And
I've got to tag onto that one too. We also all play much better non-conference schedules than these other teams are. So we were prepared before we got to the SEC tournament. It's an excellent point. Yeah, you were battle tested in the league, but you go quick glance at St. Mary's. You played Akron, Nebraska, Stan State. I don't know if Stan has his own state, and that's what he did. Cal Poly, USC, like those were your non-conference. You can't touch us as far as saying, oh, we've never seen you guys. No, we've seen teams that play great defense like you, but have much better offenses, like you already said. So it was just I would rather have St. Mary's and Vandy just because I hate playing another SEC team this early. But St. Mary's would be an interesting one just because of the style of basketball. And honestly, in most of my brackets, I have BYU beating Wisconsin because
I do too.
I didn't like the way the Big Ten championship game and the Wisconsin looked there, and BYU's got the firepower. And I feel like I fear teams with firepower way more than I fear teams that might try to slow it down or pound against us. So
I've got Bama playing BYU.
See, I had us at Wisconsin. I'm with Raj on this. I had us at Wisconsin because I think Wisconsin gets them. BYU's got a firepower offense, in my opinion. And I think Wisconsin's got the match to where to match it. But hey, it's madness, and both of them could lose and not even end up playing.
This whole talk would be.
This whole talk might be thrown out tomorrow.
BYU really wants to show out because they got the number 1 player in the country coming to their school next year, and I think, he even went on First Take a couple months ago and said he's trying to get some other guys to come to BYU, so they're going to try to make as deep as a run as possible.
Man, but the real Mormon housewives putting into the NIL or something.
I don't know. He got a bag, man. He got Herb. How much was it again? Was it
$7 million?
So I wanna like predict the future for this next.
I'd go to BYU for $7 million, by the way.
I would too.
Yes.
I'd go to Siberia for $7 million.
I would go there for 700,000.
I know. For 1 year,
sell me.
Good.
1 year, I could do that.
Yeah.
No, I'm out.
Julia Roberts wasn't the first pretty whore.
Oh,
wow.
Boy, y'all tuning in tonight. We about to get rated or
about to find out where the going hard comes from.
Oh man, no. They gotta stop. Justin's gonna never let us come back on without knowing a whole new
in the page.
Justin's known me for a long time. It's his fault for putting me on there at this point. He knew better.
And so we're gonna rapid fire this one right here. Last topic. It's kind of in my opinion, a projection. I want to hear who you guys think's tomorrow player of the game is going to be. Just give me real quick. We're gonna go Pettey, Raj. Or no, we're gonna let our guest go first. Raj.
Yeah, let the guest go first.
We're gonna let Raj go first because I missed it last time. Our guest goes first. Pettey. Oh, no, because Herb went last twice. I can't do that.
I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I like having the last. I'm fine with it.
We're gonna go Raj, Herb, Pettey, and then I'm gonna finish this off. How about that? So Raj, who you got? Player of the game.
I feel like this is more of the obvious choice, but based on the way he played last game when he only had about three or 4 points, I feel like Phylon just has to show out. Mm-hmm. Another reason I'm gonna say Phylon is because we've heard the rumors out there that he's projected to be a mid to first round pick right now. I feel like he can make himself a lot of money and really, really move up this draft board throughout this tournament. And he's going to try to show out every single game. I feel like tomorrow, if we get to a good lead, he's going to get even more playing time. Him and Holloway are going to team up and do some damage. So I'm going to go with Phylon in this one. I think he's going to have around, I'll give him about 16 points. I don't know if that helps you out or not, but I'm going to say 16.
It does. It does. They got him at 13 even right now.
Okay.
So that's a solid bet there, and I took the 13. I also took 17 points and rebounds for Clifton Morey tomorrow because I'm projecting Nelson not to play. So we'll hope Morey gets off tomorrow. Herb, who you got, baby?
Well, he took the best one, I think. With
that'd be the last time I just be nice about who goes. If you call me first and be like, yeah, I'm going first. Me.
Take the shot.
You saw Petty's face when you said it. He was like, "This mother, everybody's back." I'm going Holloway then, man. There's a lot of potential for your bench guys to get off in this game. A lot of shots will be available. He was one of the three that played awful against Florida, so I think he's hitting 4 threes for you tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Holloway with a big game.
I like it. They got him up there too now. Daniel Pettey, who do you have for tomorrow? Player of the game.
Well, I'm just going to give a different spin on it because I'm not going to change my answer because I do think it's Phylon. I think in March Madness, and for what a lot of the reasons Raj said, man, in these moments, the brightest stars do shine. I always go back to Carmelo Anthony, the year that he took Syracuse as a one-man show to the championship. Because that's what happens, man. You put stars on these stages and they just seem to kind of get it done. And Phylon is that star. He is an NBA draft player. And when you're that good, it's not because they think you're going to be that good. It's because you do it. You make plays. You make that hands play against Auburn and then take it to the hole. I think he scores 20 plus tomorrow, and it's his game because I don't think Nelson's going to play much. I think it's going to be a guard oriented game. So I think the shooters are going to shoot, and I think this is a game where foul line balls.
I agree.
I'm with you, Roger.
All right. So I'm glad that I went last. Nobody even touched mine because I'm about to I think that March Madness is about to be like that Drake song when it said, I just flipped the switch. I think the switch is about to flip on Cliff Amore, and I think that boy is about to go off tomorrow.
I would love to see it.
I think that I'm talking about 15 dunks in the first half. All right.
Dang.
I'm just playing. But no, I do
That's
think
more than he had like all year.
I
feel like I can remember every Amore dunk from the whole year.
Yeah. I can, but they're getting better later in the season. That I've seen a uptick in.
I agree with that.
The play calling is to find him. I'm seeing some of that now. It's like, all right, they're scheming to get him the ball now. Yeah. Like not just using him as a defender. I like Cliff Morton, especially if Nelson don't play. I think he's going to be a board machine. I also think he'll be able to get down there and create space even for the guards if they was to drive. Because lately, I'll say this, we do take we shoot our threes. But when we do take that shot, we drive a lot. And I've noticed that. Yeah. There's a lot of driving and dishing going on. And I like it because you got big guys to do it. Not just Amore down there, Diabate. Rod, you hit it on the head right there. Let Stevens get down there. Let him bang some because we're going to need him tomorrow. And he's got the height down there, the size to do it too. Let them go down there some. And anybody else that you got to tell, hey, our guards, hey, you might be 6'4" tonight. You got to play 6'8", okay? Let's go. You got to play a little bit bigger tonight. You got to get in there. You got to box out. So I think that I'm going with Amore on this one. I think Amore goes good. A lot of boards. I think he gets a double with boards and points.
I also think that'll help you out, JT, is but Philon's a great driver, and he's always looking for Amore when he hits in there. And we know how Steers is. So if he's active around the thing, the other picks will help your pick for sure. So I think that's a good one.
That's 100%. So great way right there to kind of cap off the topics, guys. Before we go, though, Pettey, do we have any questions? Or Herb, I don't know if y'all saw any. Do we have any questions or anything right there? I don't think. Did we have any?
They're on the baseball game right now.
Yeah, it was on the everybody's on the baseball game. But that's cool, guys. We're definitely going to be back.
Dude, Arkansas's up 3. No, they're up now 4 with 1:43 to go on Kansas.
It's a good one up here. 71-67 timeout. Yep.
Well, before we go and everybody can enjoy the last minute of that game, Pettey, let the beautiful people know where they can find you at, brother.
Man, you can find me at Pettey_Daniel on Twitter, X. You can find me all over the Bama Standard here on Monday nights, opening kick with my man Smoke Dixon. He was going to hop on tonight, but he had to pick up his kids. He also heard it was the tag team coming. He was scared they were going to double up on him again tonight. So he was, maybe we're gonna get Smoke on here though because he does love talking basketball.
Definitely get him on next week if we can.
Yeah. But on with Mondays with Smoke. Then I'm on Tuesday nights, the Bama Standard at 6 Central, 7 Eastern. And then, man, all over the place. Just follow me. I'm not going to keep going. But here all over the network. Then I'm here on Going Hard in the Paint with you lovely gentlemen talking basketball in the best time of the year, man. I love football.
Best
I love
time
all
of the year,
that. But there's not much better than March Madness, fellas. I don't know if y'all agree or not, but it is the jam.
So I feel like October's like the peak for me, and then March Madness is like right in here for me.
Yeah.
But October ball is like the peak level of football for me. I love October football.
Oh, yeah.
Rod, you're our guest for tonight, and we're probably going to have you on next week if you can, too. We'll talk some more, man. But do you let the people know where they can find you at, man, and y'all's podcast and what y'all got going on, brother?
Yeah, you can find Herb and I at Herb and Raj Podcast on pretty much all socials. We have our podcast Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We also do, we do something Saturday night about 7:30. We don't have a name for it yet. It's just kind of Herb and I just kind of relax and just chilling out.
I know. I see y'all pop on there every Saturday night when I'm at the house. I'll pop in and check y'all out on sometimes, too. I see y'all boys.
It's just our version of a Saturday Night Live, 7:30 Central Standard Time Saturday nights. But Herb and Raj Podcast on all socials.
Like that, brother. Like that. Y'all check them out. And Herb, let the beautiful people know where they can find you at and what you got going on, brother.
Well, everything Raj just said. Also, our Twitter is Raj_Herb.
What he said.
And then like what that guy said. Raj is really the star of the show, so I'm happy to have him on here. And like you said, the Saturday night thing might get moved because the game's in on Sunday, so we'll see.
Yep.
And we had a bracket show this past week, so Monday night we're gonna have a weekend recap for our bracket stuff. We might do that, with the tournament. But then, of course, Sunday nights we do Talking Bama, of course, 7:00, and then my favorite show right here, Going Hard in the Paint, 7:30. Don't tell those other guys from the Sunday show.
Other people.
Don't tell the other guys. Well,
Don't tell nobody else.
Yeah. Well, it's a cool host.
So basically, just don't tell. Yeah,
You-
cool. Yeah, the guy on Sunday nights is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's
what's his
pretty
name?
cool.
What's his name? See,
Josh?
that's the green Mountain Dew. This is Code Red Mountain
Code
Dew.
Red, yeah.
That's green JT. This is Code Red JT. All right.
No.
So, guys, I'm JT, host of the show, guys. Thank y'all for joining. You can follow me on all social media at IamJGlaze. You can catch me on this channel Thursday nights. Right now, 7:30, we kick off. We will definitely have, regardless of what happens tomorrow, Sunday, or any other day we end up playing before Thursday, we will have a recap show of the season. After that, we'll probably pause the show for a little bit, guys, due to the fact of the off season for basketball.
Yep.
And we'll pick back up, and we'll keep the show going. I like it. We may add Raj if he's able to come on with us. I like the energy with my man right here. Y'all make sure y'all check them out too. Thank you guys so much for watching this new show. I know this was a football channel founded upon. I had the idea for basketball. I thought nobody better than Pettey, my man Herb right here, to come on and help me kind of drive this for you guys. So this is a strictly thing for the fans. And we wanted to cover some Tide hoops, and we're going to get better as we go, guys. So make sure y'all stay with us, and got some fun things in store. We never know. You can see me at the next game at halftime chugging 32 Mountain Dews. It could happen. Okay. It could happen.
They're going to have that girl that does the plates and JT chugging like,
yeah, over there with a key. Y'all have a good one, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Have a blessed weekend. And we don't give a about nothing but the Tide, baby.
We'll talk.